some of us know that when you apply for citizenship in this country, you are asked a series of questions, one of which is if you have been a member of the Nazi Party or a Nazi-affiliated group. Now, that's the way it used to be. I think the law is still in the books. Well, in this story, this guy, Sebastian Gorka, who is Trump's, Jesus H. Christ, national security advisor, he is a lifelong member of a Hungarian group that is as Nazi as it can be without having its members arrested by the government there. The name of this group is Vitézi Rend. Now, when Gorka became a citizen in 2012, he didn't disclose this on his citizenship application. And according to a report originally filed by the Jewish publication, the liberal Jewish publication, The Forward, which was published today, this crazy bastard Gorka was confirmed as a member of the Nazi allied group by a chief officer of the Nazi allied group. Now, when Gorka was asked by Buzzfeed News for a comment on this, obviously he refused to answer. And he told Buzzfeed, quote, send a request to the White House press. Quote. Now, having a card-carrying Nazi associate advising Trump on national security issues, you could probably say that's clearly a major issue. Not to people like David Duke, not to people like the white supremacist movements in this country that support Trump no matter what he did. In fact, support him because of the things he said and did during the campaign. Remember, the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi. And there's a lot of dead Nazis in the United States who are still moving around. They're called Nazi zombies, and they still move around. And this one happens to be Trump's national security advisor. Holy shit. From The Forward, quote, the State Department's Foreign Affairs Manual specifies that members of the Vitézi Rend are presumed to be inadmissible to this country under the Immigration and Nationality Act, end quote. So, Trump now has an advisor who, and he's an advisor on national security issues, who not only is a member of an anti-Semitic Nazi allied organization in Hungary, but lied to the U.S. government 5 years ago about that association in order to dishonestly obtain citizenship. And it has to get your attention that this crazy bastard who is the president of the United States can wage open war on Muslim visitors in this nation, but doesn't recognize or see or give a shit about the false citizen who is his national security advisor. Jesus Christ. The Anne Frank Center, an organization that has been in the forefront of pointing out the Trump organization's anti-Semitism, has issued a statement calling for this Nazi to resign or be fired immediately. But beyond that, Gorka's citizenship should be taken away from him. His American citizenship. He should have his ass kicked out of the country. Put him in a fucking rowboat, tow him about 50 miles off of Long Island and let the son of a bitch loose. I mean, he came here illegally. He lied. Where's the wall for this bastard? You're going to build a wall to keep the Hungarians out? Set him adrift in a rowboat. Fuck it. He should never have been allowed to come here to begin with. But now he is inches away from Trump, and between Gorka and Bannon and the little Nazi too young to buy beer, Miller, Jesus bleeding Christ. You people who voted for Trump, what do you think now? I'm not talking about you Nazis at the core, at his base. Fuck you. I mean, that's just a given. But I mean the people in the so-called Rust Belt cities, or the people who are just absolutely convinced here was a guy who was really going to lead us, back to the great years of the 50s and 60s, and the factories were humming and the mines were digging, and everybody was. Are you shitting me? How do you feel now? Or are you still wanting to chant "lock her up"?